and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live. Coming at you, Texas, good guys, up 7-3. Got a little interesting there in the bottom of the seventh inning, but on we go to the top of the eighth. Rangers trying to get that second series win in a row. Let's see if they can close it out and go for a sweep tomorrow. That would be awesome. Right now, Texas is going to be batting Helman, Smith, Langford in the top of the eighth. Ryder, what's good, man? I know. Tough game today for the Horns. Real tough game today for the Horns. I don't think we'll lose. I think 3 is probably the ceiling, and I see it being more like 1. Obviously, they've got the 1 right now. I see probably 1 being the true number. I don't think Texas loses another game. It would surprise me. I think 3 would shock me. 2, maybe I could see possibly, depending on one of those rivalry games. I think it's pretty likely Texas doesn't lose another game. Hey, Dan, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Diamondbacks are playing well right now? Yeah, I definitely did notice, but at this point, I am trying my hardest just one game at a time. And right now, all you can worry about is the A's. You got the bullpen trying to close this one out. You got deGrom on the mound tomorrow. It's really all you can do right now. We shall see what the Rangers can do for the next, I would say, 5-6 days. And then you got the Houston series, the home series coming up in Arlington next weekend. It's going to be big. It will be big. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Wyatt is on fire tonight, Natalie. Good to see you. Wyatt is killing it. And so is this guy who's up to bat right now, Michael Helman. Bro is 2 for 3 with a 2-run double and a single. Helman really helped kind of break this game open. Great to see him doing so well. Bochy, like last night, we didn't really talk about it. Long day yesterday. We didn't really even talk about it. Bochy, rare, no matching up. Rare not playing the matchup. Left Helman in, righty. And Helman delivered. Helman is definitely on one right now. He and Josh Jung. Josh Jung, 3+ hits. Helman, Young, 5 hits between them. Did Murph just snag a foul ball? How about that? Good on Murph, man. There we go. Here's the pitch. Helman is going to sky one to left field. Jacob Wilson camping as well. Left fielder calls him off. First out of the inning. Kelly did well. I know 2 Ks is not going to light up anybody's radar, but look, he is, I think, more of a pitch to contact guy than a swing and miss guy. I'll take a quality start. I mean, I know it got a little bit wonky there in the 7th inning. I will take a quality start from Merrill Kelly. 6 1/3, 3 earned. You go 6+, you give up 3 or less, you get a quality start. And Merrill Kelly has been real good at throwing those in his time in a Texas Rangers uniform. What's good, Mike? All my people on TikTok hanging out. Yeah, one of a kind. I think, honestly, they just need to take the training wheels off him a little bit. Just put out a video today on the Texas Longhorns. Check it out. Give it a like. Drop a comment. Yeah, they got to take the training wheels off. They're going to have some good tune-up games coming up here. Some good tune-up games at home. You got San Jose State, UTSA, Sam Houston. It'll be good. Little blooper here. Josh Smith. Look, 1 for 5 on the evening. Not good contact there. I'm not trying to be a hater, but I really do not understand Josh Smith continuing to bat leadoff. It does not make a lot of sense to me. But the Rangers are sticking with it. Bruce Bochy refusing to move Josh Smith out of that leadoff spot if there's a righty. Lefties, he's definitely moving Josh Smith down or out of the lineup altogether. I mean, Josh Smith, that's a little blue pit. It's going to show up like a hit. Might as well have been an out. Josh is just not in a good way right now. Double play ball incoming here. Langford Actually, he beats it out. I am real surprised Wyatt's able to beat that one out. That was smoked. Shows you how fast Wyatt Langford is. I had 0 chance. I had that one at a 0% chance of Wyatt beating it out. Good on him, man. That was ripped. 108 off the bat. Little bit of an errant throw by the third baseman down to second. Maybe is what causes it. Back to Josh Smith. It just has not been going well. We've talked about Smitty's numbers. I'm not going to go crazy reading them off to you, but the guy's got a sub 200 batting average in his last 30, 15, and 7 games, no matter how you look at it. And this is a guy they continue to hit leadoff. I think they have to consider a change. deGrom Michael Helman. Yeah, Wyatt Langford is my choice. I mean, there's a number of different guys I think you can throw in there. I think it is time for the Rangers to move on from the Josh Smith leadoff experiment at this point. Higgy on the West Coast is something else, man. Higgy on the West Coast is crazy. Crazy good. I wish this guy could play all of his games out here. He is terrible at Globe Life. He becomes a different hitter when he comes out to the West Coast and when he is away in general from Arlington, Texas. By the way, Jock Peterson foul out here, and the Rangers are retired in the top of the 8th. Going to the bottom half, Peterson, by the way, on the night, 1 for 5, runs scored. In the top of the 9th, it'll be Dolly, Tellez, actually Dolly, Moore, Josh Jung. See if Josh can get his 4th hit of the evening, man. That batting average is slowly climbing back to respectable. The OPS sits at 699. Josh Jung, 3 hits last night, 3 hits tonight. You love to see it. We keep rolling. Aaron, I'm sorry, man. Hook 'em horns, baby. Texas deserves to be about 15. Oh, my goodness. The college football always brings out the worst opinions. 15th? You got to be kidding me. Texas is probably going to be 5th or 6th at worst. Literally, I mean, you got a couple of teams, LSU, Clemson, playing each other. I don't think Texas is dropping very far. Going to the Sam Houston game, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Aaron Gigama, how did you guys do today against whatever cupcake you guys were playing? How'd you guys do? Let's see how A&M did today. I think UTSA was close with them for a second. Did y'all pull away late? UTSA gave you all you could handle. 42-24. Wow. Only 21-10 at halftime. Yikes. See, I don't see how you could look at a game like this where A&M wins by 18 at home against UTSA and then look at Texas lose by 1 score on the road against the best defense in football and Texas is dropping down to 15th. Yeah, right. Now we just found ourselves after half. You guys scored 7 more points than UTSA in the second half. What are you talking about, dude? Y'all scored 1 more touchdown. I wouldn't say that's finding yourself. It was 21-14 for the half. Arch definitely could get better, 100%. 100%. Guardians needed to win for Seattle to lose. What is going on in baseball with scores? I got to check this out. We got to see what's going on with scores around the league. Houston lost to the Angels. That's hilarious. Cleveland did win 4-3. That's fine. I mean, we're still technically ahead of them. I'd rather Seattle and Houston lose. Cleveland, I mean, we have games against Cleveland left. I'm okay with Cleveland winning some ball games. As long as Seattle and Houston are dropping games, I'm okay with that. We keep rolling, man. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Late night baseball. Rangers 7-3 right now, up over the A's. Butler up to bat. Maton in the ball game. 0-2 quickly. Caden, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out. Dan, it's possible. I'm trying not to go there right now, but it is possible. It might happen. Butler's going to foul one off. Count still remains 0-2 here. Texas-Kentucky game, we'll see what happens. Texas-Kentucky game will definitely be. Look, it's in Kentucky. It's at Kentucky, right? I think that Texas is going to be just fine. But you know what? I like the SEC matchups. So I'm excited for it in that regard. I can't say I'm thinking it's going to be that great of a game. Frankie, I'm sorry, my guy. I question how good that game is actually going to be. But with it being in Kentucky, maybe closer than we think. I don't know. Be interested to see what the line is for that game right now. Frankie, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the comments. One game at a time for sure. One game at a time for sure. I'm really trying not to get too far ahead, but clearly you do well in Sacramento here. You go to Arizona, you go to Phoenix, you have a chance to do some damage there against the Diamondbacks, a team that, is playing pretty well right now, but at the end of the day, is a team you should beat. You have the off day on Thursday, and then you play Houston in Arlington. That's going to be a huge series if Texas takes care of business over the next 4 games. This is why this is why when I was going back with the A&M fans in the chat, like, found yourself in the second half. It was 21-17. It was 21-14 if we're just looking at the score for the second half in and of itself. 42-24 against UTSA. I mean, yikes. I don't know. I don't know how you look at A&M's game today and Texas game today and walk away thinking Texas A&M, I should say, is super close. I wonder what A&M would have done up in Columbus today. Probably worse than 14-7. How about Micah Parsons? I am going to drop a Micah Parsons video probably tomorrow at some point. I meant to do it on Friday, but I just got way too busy. But Micah Parsons' video is definitely dropping probably tomorrow morning. And then I'll probably have a Rangers video out at some point as well. And then throughout the week, we'll see what my rhythm is. It just kind of depends on storylines. I know there's going to be a lot of people Monday morning talking Texas Longhorns on all of the ESPN, Fox Sports shows, all that stuff. So we'll see what content I can generate throughout the week, Texas Longhorns wise. I got to be honest, when Texas is playing these out-of-conference games and it's not Ohio State, they're playing San Jose State, they're playing Sam Houston, they're playing UTSA. It's hard to get a lot of hype behind some of those videos. It just is. I mean, I can find it. We can always find it. We can turn something into magic from very little, but still, the point remains. You can only take a UTSA video so far. And Phil Maton, by the way, he is doing quite a bit here in this bottom of the 8th inning himself. 2 outs. Langoliers goes down swinging on a filthy curveball. Brent Rooker up to bat. 2 for 3 on the night. He's had a good one. Strike 1, though. 0-1 count. Yeah, 2 shows in a day, TLC. I can feel the voice going just a little bit. I'm really hoping it holds out. The voice is going, man. I don't know. I got real excited for that Longhorns game. I was hooting and hollering a little bit, watching it with the fam. And, the voice, I can feel it. Needs a little break, but we're powering through. It's all good. It's all good. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Dallas Sports Central, what's good? Thanks for the like. Tough day to be a Longhorns fan for sure, but I think that most people that actually watch the game, I think the real ones know it was always going to be a tough game. Always was going to be a tough game up in Columbus. Yes, Texas ranked higher. We all know rankings, not at this time. I mean, I never championed the number 1 ranking. I thought Texas was a top 5 team, and I still do, but never was married to that number 1 ranking. Apparently, there was a lot of trash talking from Texas fans throughout the week. Not that I heard, but you know how the storylines go after a game. Texas is going to be fine. Anybody that's thinking Texas is not going to be fine, I really question how closely you're watching the ball games. Come on now. All right, let's keep rolling. By the way, Rooker gets on here. He doubles, and Maton going to have to work around Soderstrom here, who's 0 for 3 on the night. 1-1 count. Ethan, this game shows that the Rangers would have been better off with the double-A lineup all year. Truth. Look, Michael Helman, and you got a bunch of other guys as well that definitely were not anywhere near the opening day roster. Looking pretty good. I do think, it's hard in a small sample size, but it does kind of remind you, does kind of make you think, some of these guys that the Rangers have been married to for so long, the sentimental guys from 2023, some fresh blood, man. I do think there's something to it. I absolutely, Ethan, I think there's something to it. Yeah, Bama feels like in trouble. They really do feel in trouble. DeBoer, he has got his hands full right now. Hands full. We keep on rolling. Dan, you are hanging by a thread right now, my guy, and it's getting a little interesting here. Runners on first and second, 2 out. I'm still not even there on the worry meter, though. 4-run lead. Even with the blast here, you're still up by a run. It's going to be all right. It is going to be all right. All right, let's keep rolling. Cena fan, thank you, man. Hook 'em horns, baby. And go Rangers. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, my guy. Astros, Cowboys. Hey, man, look, come and hang out next weekend for Silver Boot, man. Come and hang out. We will be going live after every game. Come and hang out for Silver Boot. Hey, we can bond over the Cowboys. This is definitely a Cowboy show once NFL gets going too. I do Cowboys, Longhorns, Rangers, do a little bit of Mavericks. Mavericks are definitely not going to be cooking on the show here for a little while, although we did some things with the Cooper Flag, #1 pick, and the Summer League stuff. But by and large, we're going to be Rangers until this thing finishes out, and we'll be Longhorns, Cowboys as well once they get fully into gear. Longhorns obviously already are there. Cowboys in a couple of weeks here. Here's the pitch. 1-0. Maton, look, did this about a week ago, didn't he? Got 2 quick outs and then started getting a little interesting. Come on, Philly. Let's go, baby. 1-0. Here's the pitch to Wilson. Ball 2. By the way, Maddox already did a mound visit here. OU coming? Nah. I ain't worried about OU. Did y'all beat up on poor Illinois State today? What was the score of that OU game? Poor Illinois State. 35-3. All right. Cupcake Central, baby. I'm not worried about OU in the slightest. Easton, appreciate the comment. Can't agree with you, but appreciate that. Dallas Sports Central, yeah, everybody says that. Like literally every show. It would not be a show without the Cal Raleigh comp. We'll take it. And we are going to get out number 3, barring something real terrible here. Dolly calls off, looks like, was that Freeman out there? Anyways, Dolly calls him off, and we get the catch. Phil Maton gets out of it. Got interesting with 2 outs, but we head to the top of the 9th inning. Rangers looking to tack on. I'd like to see 1 or 2 more insurance runs just for fun. I think we got this in a 4-run lead, but just for fun. Dolly to Les. Actually, Dolly more Josh Jung. That's who's coming up next. I would definitely take an Evo lookalike. You've heard me say Frankie many times on the show. As long as I'm getting compared to a guy like Cal Raleigh, I'm good. Dude's a millionaire MVP candidate. Nate Eovaldi should have won the Cy Young this year, if not for some injuries. I'm here for it. Absolutely. Rangers, Dodgers, Texans fan, man. Interesting mix. Interesting mix. The Dodgers, where does the Dodgers come from? Appreciate all the comments, man. Thank you so much. Great having you following the show, too. Thank you again for the follow. Appreciate you, my guy. All right, let's see. Dylan Moore as a Ranger does feel odd, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Chris Martin and Tyler Mahle both back next month? Jeez. I don't know. I'm just processing that right now. That's awesome. I hope that both those guys hold up. Like, I really hope genuinely Tyler Mahle, Chris Martin, I hope both those guys are actually 100%. It just feels like with Martin, we're rushing him, and then he comes back and he's not ready. Now, with Mahle, feels like he's been off long enough. Dude, you probably should be back ready to go. You never know. With Mahle in the free agency, though, you would think they would be being real careful with him. They don't want to do wrong by any of these guys. All right. Beto delivers ball 1. Dolly, 2 for 4 on the night. He's going for hit number 3 right now. Let's see. Here's pitch 2. Dolly grounds one through the right side, and Adolis has hit number 3. Look at that, baby. And we got Josh Jung, 3 hits. Adolis Garcia, 3 hits. Dolly's gone right side a couple of different times tonight, and I'm here for it, man. When you get Dolly pushing the ball, going to right field, it's a good sign. He has been really, really good since coming off the IL. Here's Dylan Moore. That's who was out at second. Sword, man. Ugly swing. Beto gets the sword on Dylan Moore. Dylan Moore is 0 for 1 with the strikeout. For the season, Moore is hitting under 200, but he's actually had a pretty decent couple of games as a Texas Ranger so far. Pitch number 2. Strike. And it is 0-2 quickly on Dylan Moore. Like we said on the show the other night, Seattle's trash is the Rangers' treasure. Seriously. We had Rowdy Tellez. We had Sam Haggerty. Now Dylan Moore. Okay. I'm good with it. 0-2 pitch. Moore is going to send one in the gap. That's going to get down, and that is gone. Dylan Moore goes deep to give the Rangers a 6-run lead. Hello. Dylan Moore's 10th homer of the season, and the Rangers get a little insurance. What did I say right on cue? Seattle's trash, Texas treasure. Let's go, baby. Seattle's trash is Texas treasure. Go Rangers, Eli. Ryland, I'm shocked too. Like, what? Dylan Moore? 100 off the bat. I thought that was gap shot. Man, you love the opposite field hits tonight. I cannot tell y'all how refreshing it is to see us going oppo. Josh Jung going to retire himself here. Unfortunately, he's not going to be getting his 4th hit. Oppo, man. I love the Oppo tonight. This has been missing all season long. Just all season long. Higgy, he's going for hit number 3 on the night. It is a hit parade tonight, y'all. It is a hit parade. Beto delivers pitch number 1 to Higgy. Higgy rips one down the line, foul. He got a hold of that one. 106 off the bat, just foul. Tristan, good call, man. Ethan, I'm with you. Like, I'm excited. I'm not going to think about that aspect here, but this ballpark plays very small. We'll say that. This ballpark does play very, very small. A lot of balls flying out of the yard in this one. Like all those fly balls to left field, you're like, you don't necessarily think it's going out, and then it just keeps carrying and carrying. Soldier, I love it. Again, Seattle's trash, our treasure. That's probably the next reel. In all honesty, that's probably the next Rangers reel. Seattle's trash is Texas treasure, baby. You heard it here first. If anybody comes up with it, you heard it here first at Right on Rangers. Set them straight. Great play by the A's second baseman. Great play, man. Is that Geloff? Great play going back, catching that one. Outstanding. That's not easy. That is not an easy play. Lawrence Butler probably should have called him off there. That is just not an easy play at all. Oh, you got this same hat, Ethan? I love this hat. Any hat Rangers have put out that has the state of Texas on it, I love it. Love it. But I'm a big state pride guy. I love the state of Texas. I miss it. Obviously, I live out in Vegas now. For any of y'all that didn't know that, I'm out in Vegas. Been out here for the last 15 years, but was raised in Texas. Lived there for a long time. Love the state. Maybe I'll get back there one day. Maybe not. It's all good. Either way, I like getting back there when I do. Love my life here, but look, Texas always going to have a special place. So any Ranger stuff with state of Texas on it, I'm a fan. Offense in the last few games has stepped it up even with the injuries, and you love to see it. When the Corey Seager news dropped, I was legitimately concerned. Legitimately concerned. And this offense, I mean, look, you've definitely heard on the show here as well, people questioning this team's heart. They have won so many big games, and then they come out the very next game, and they look like a totally different team. The Rangers have showed some heart here in Sacramento over the last few games. All these injuries still continuing to play really well. You love it. You love to see it. Oh, Ethan, you're in Houston? Jeez, my guy, I didn't realize that. Shoot. So you got to put up probably with a lot of Astros fans day to day. How's Vegas? Yeah, look, if I can, full disclosure here, it's not like we're hanging out a lot down on the Strip, and I'm not in the hospitality or casino business at all. Know a lot of people that are. Definitely slowing down a little bit for sure. I think that it's taken a little bit of a hit with all of the sports betting being legalized all over the country. And Vegas is expensive, man. The prices are not cheap. Used to be. My wife was actually born and raised here, and she talks about how affordable it used to be. You're talking late 90s, early 2000s. Used to be very affordable here. Have a nice vacation, have some fun, do some gambling. On the Strip now, shoot, you're lucky to find a $15 minimum. It's like $25 minimums at every table when you go to the Strip. It's ridiculous. And drinks, food, hotel costs, it's pretty wild. I don't think a lot of people are wanting to spend the money to come here. But, I mean, look, there's still quite a few people coming in town. Don't get it twisted. But compared to the past, yeah, I think numbers are a little down. Keep rolling. Mick J, I think a lot of people have said that. I hear that a lot. Like if Vegas was cheaper, you definitely get more people coming here. Maybe more people living here. Look, a lot of people will come here from California because it is obviously really expensive in Cali. And so a lot of people will come here after selling their house in California, and it feels cheaper, still pretty expensive, but you do kind of get used to it. What's nice here is you don't have the state income tax. California, not so much, but that's another nice thing. You come here, you don't have state income tax like Texas. Hopefully things pick up. I mean, I obviously don't want to see the city do poorly. I'm hoping that the A's inject a little bit of life when they do get here. That's going to be fun. It'll inject some life for me, at least. I'll be getting down there more often, especially when the Rangers come in town. Had the misfortune of work moving me to Houston at 18. Got back to Fort Worth ASAP. Was tough hearing those guys. Slam to Jackson. I think it would be hard. Like, I remember it was probably about a year ago. I actually had, I wouldn't even say an opportunity, but someone asked me if I'd be interested to move into, it was a suburb of Houston. And I still legitimately considered it, didn't end up interviewing. But I did kind of say to my wife, I don't know if I can hang in Houston with all the Astros fans, man. I mean, look, I've got some good buddies that are Astros fans. God bless them. But I'm being dead serious. I'm like, can I put up with all the Astros fans being a diehard Rangers fan with a Rangers podcast? It's a legitimate thought for me. Vegas, look, I mean, it's been neutral for so long with MLB. It's a little different. Bottom ninth, by the way, 9-3 still, if you were wondering what the score is. I think most of us are feeling pretty good right now. Ground ball up the middle is going to get through. Thomas on board. Helman throws it in. Robert Garcia, our boy, by the way, Bob Garcia, as McJay likes to call him, on the hill, trying to close this one out. Slam to Jackson, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I wish that I was kidding, but I'm not. Like, I am that petty. If I do have a job opportunity ever come up in Houston, I seriously have to consider if I can put up with the Astros fans. No, I did not. Texas has been in my family for a long time. Multiple family members went to the university, just raised in it, honestly. I went to a super, super small school in Nebraska, played college baseball there, did not go to Texas. At that point, could have gone to Texas, wanted to play baseball, definitely applied to UT. I mean, was strongly considering going, but wanted to play baseball, wanted to get school paid for. And I think I've been honest with y'all. My college baseball career was nothing crazy. You're never going to hear me get on here and brag about much of anything. But look, I enjoyed my time playing ball, helped pay for school. It's all good. Had a lot of awesome coaches, learned from a lot of amazing people, had great teammates. Can't complain. Cannot complain at all. Would have been fun going to Texas, though. Had the opportunity. It was right there, but wanted to keep playing ball. Wanted to have school paid for. It all worked out. Like Robert Garcia. Yeah, I hear you on that. Absolutely being sarcastic on loving Robert Garcia in the ball game here. Look, I do feel fairly safe with a 6-run lead, but yikes. Yikes. All right, pitch 2 incoming here. That ball's hammered to center field, but it's going to stay in the yard, fortunately. That looked real good coming off the bat. Did not quite have the launch angle, and Robert Garcia has a couple outs here. Geloff coming up. He's 0 for 3 on the night. A's have a runner on first, 1 out, down 6. Appreciate all the comments, guys. Thanks so much. Seager update. He's getting surgery, man. He's getting surgery. Appendectomy, right? Isn't that right for Siegs? Appendectomy? Yeah, he's getting surgery. He might be back late September. But I don't think the Rangers really should be counting on him until October if they're fortunate enough to get there. We know Corey Seager is not going to do a rehab, and at that point, I think minor league baseball is done anyways, so he's not even going to have the opportunity. I'm not really counting on Siegs coming back. Maybe he can get back for that Guardians series. We play the Guardians the very last week of the regular season. I see something like that potentially happening, but I don't think we're going to get him back before then. Here we go. Foul ball, 0-2. We'll do it again. Rangers trying to go to 3 games above 500. 70th win of the season if they can get one more strike here. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that they're doing this as well. We talked about that already. Maggie, appreciate the gift. Thank you for supporting the show. It means so much. Thank you for the generosity. I mean, I've said it multiple times, y'all. I'm very, very surprised. Even though we're playing subpar competition, I'm very surprised to see the offense gelling like this. Does Nate travel with the team? No. They actually were talking about this. Nate, he actually scouted the A's and gave Jack Leiter his scouting report. But basically, somewhere in that article, I read, no, he's not going on the roadies. He's staying at home. That kind of makes sense. Seager is not with the team either. I mean, they're going to be back, and I can imagine they will both be in the dugout for the Houston series back in Arlington. But no, I don't think either one of them is going to be doing the traveling. It makes sense. You know, some guys do that, but I thought that was foul tip, but cue the I Like Texas music. Rangers go to 70-67. Hello, win column. And the Rangers now have won another series. They go for the sweep tomorrow with Jacob deGrom on the mound. Good time to be a Rangers fan, man. You've got around the league, the Mariners losing. Beautiful to see that. You got Houston taking an L to the Los Angeles Angels. Where's Green Arrow, by the way, man? We got to congratulate him on the win over Houston. And then, KC, they do get the win today. Guardians obviously win beating Seattle today, but you like where the Rangers are at in the standings right now. You like where they are at in the standings. With the win today, the Rangers will pull within 2.5 games of a playoff spot. Call it 3 games. Maybe, look, with the tiebreakers, we'll call it 3 games for right now, but the Rangers are in a good spot. 2.5 games is very manageable. You just got to keep winning ball games. Yankees are on a 7-game heater right now. Jeez. Rangers 4 in a row, by the way, now. So good to see that. So good. And they have now won 8 of their last 10 games. Good stuff. Great stuff. Rangers, by the way, you look at all the teams, Rangers have a plus 83 run differential. Guardians have a minus 53 run differential. That is wild that they are doing as well as they are. You've got to think things even out by the end of the season. Rangers have the best run differential among Seattle, Royals, Guardians, Rays, even Houston. Rangers have a better run differential than Houston. Crazy. Rangers actually have one of the best run differentials in the American League. They have, I believe, the 4th best run differential in the American League. This is a team that should be better in terms of the record than what they are. Absolutely. Hey, Indy, appreciate it. Rock it up. Rangers, baby. Slam to Jackson. We'll see you tomorrow. If you already took off, thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your Saturday night, man. Let's see. Sad the Rangers lost. You mean sad the Longhorns lost, right, Tristan? Rangers won, obviously. Yeah, I'm sad the Longhorns lost, though. You like FSU, though? Yeah, Alabama losing is crazy. Crazy. Did I see the article that we might? Yes, I did see that article about Rutschman. I just wonder, are people just throwing names out there, or are we legitimately in the race? I have my doubts. I sure hope that we are in consideration. I'd love to see Texas go get a bona fide prime catcher for next season, not do kind of the piecemeal. Higgy's good. I don't want Higgy to be primary catcher, man. Francisco Hookham, thanks for the gift. Appreciate you. Thank you for the rose. Means a lot. A bunch of y'all have given a gift so far on the show. Appreciate the generosity. Look, Soldier, you've got deGrom on the mound. You have got to get the sweep. As far as I'm concerned, if you lose tomorrow, is it the end of the world? No, but it is just not ideal. You have got to sweep with Jacob deGrom, your best pitcher on the mound. Albert told us last night, I don't know if Albert's hanging out tonight. It's pretty late, almost midnight in Texas, but Albert said the Rangers are 1-7 in their last 8 deGrom starts. I got to go and look this up right now. Albert's always money with the stats, but I got to look this up right now. How are the Rangers 1-7 in the last 8 Jacob deGrom starts? That makes little to no sense to me. Game log coming up. We're gonna put this to bed right now. All right, let's check it. Sure enough, dude is money with the stats. This sucks to see, though. They are 1-7 in their last 8 Jacob deGrom outings, going back to July 7th. July 7th, they lost 6-5 to the Angels, and that started a 1-7 streak. Now, before that, the Rangers had won 6 in a row. From June 1st to July 1st, the Rangers won 6 deGrom starts in a row and then proceeded to go 1-7. In fact, the last time the Rangers won a deGrom start, they were playing the A's. That was July 22nd in Arlington. The Rangers won 6-2 in a game that deGrom started. That's the last time, July 22nd, that the Rangers have won a deGrom start. Richard, Jonah Heim, yeah, I'm ready to move on. Jonah Heim always will be grateful for 23, the Gold Glove, the All-Star starter nod, but I'm ready to be done with Jonah. I think the Rangers have to go get a primary catcher, reset the catcher position. Higgy, great secondary option. Platoon him at DH maybe here and there. You got to go get a bona fide catcher. Real Muto, Rutschman. Go get somebody, man. Go get a legit number one who's good offensively, who's good defensively. Not these fringe guys that are good behind the dish but cannot swing the bat, or guys that are really bad behind the dish but have a decent bat. Higgy, I would say, is not great behind the dish, except maybe for the framing, which isn't going to be as valuable next year with ABS challenge system. You've got to go get somebody that is good blocking, is good controlling the run game. Right now, you don't have it in Jonah Heim or Kyle Higashioka. And Kyle's been great, obviously, tonight and whenever he leaves Globe Life hitting. But we've got to go out and get a primary catcher. Rangers, Cowboys, Mavs, Wings, Stars, Horns are my teams. Dallas, Fort Central. Rangers, yes. Cowboys, yes. Mavs, yes. Look, definitely do not get into WNBA as much. No shade for anybody that does. Just with my emphasis on the Rangers and the teams that I cover, I just don't watch a lot of WNBA, although I see a lot of Caitlin Clark highlights. I know she's been hurt, and I see a lot of Aces highlights living out here in Vegas. Stars, definitely a childhood team for me, but I do find myself supporting the Golden Knights, which I know is sacrilegious in the DFW community. Knights are obviously quite a big rival, but just hard not to cheer for the Knights living out here. 2017, the team formed expansion-wise. It's just hard not to get on board. Lived here for a long time in Vegas. I cannot really do the A's thing, supporting the A's. If it was an expansion team, it would be a harder decision for me. But with the A's moving from Oakland, the Knights were organic, right? With the A's moving from Oakland, I just don't feel the pull. I think maybe had they been an expansion team, I probably would have felt a little differently. Horns did lose today, unfortunately, Trevor. Thank you. Thank you for stating the obvious. Seager out and Simeon seems like we're killing it. Well, Simeon was not killing it before he got hurt. Seager was actually having a pretty good little stretch of games, but Simeon was not killing it. Look, some of these guys, it's addition by subtraction, sadly. Marcus Simeon might be an addition by subtraction guy. You've got guys that are swinging a better bat than what he was before he went on the IL. Wyatt is definitely getting back on track. Jeremy, we're feeling good. We're feeling very good. You have got to continue to beat up on these subpar teams that you're playing. You've got to win tomorrow with Jacob deGrom on the mound. You have got to win in Arizona. Have to. India, I don't think Josh Smith has to go, but you guys know, all my longtime listeners, I don't understand why they continue to bat Josh Smith lead off. I think they have got to make a change. Have to. Since Josh Jung got benched, he's been hitting fantastic over the last week or so. That seems to be the trend. Smith gets benched or he gets sent to AAA, and then immediately after, he comes out on fire. Love to see it. Would absolutely love to see it continue beyond 10 games, right? That was what it was for last time. Josh Jung came back from AAA, had like 10 heater games, and then just totally fell off a cliff. You just hope it can continue. John, I don't know if I would call this Garcia closing. I don't know if I would consider what we saw from RG tonight closing out a ball game. Look, I'll take RG with the 6-run lead. That's about right where I'm comfortable with Robert Garcia being in a ball game. It's good to see you, my guy. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you, as always. Got front row tickets in Arizona to see Nate, and the very next day he went to the IL. Hate it when that happens, genuinely. I'll always tell this story. Some of y'all that have been around for a while, you might have heard this story. My wife and I, this is probably about 5 years ago. This is Luka Doncic, a rookie season. So bro was killing it, lighting up the league. And we live closest NBA cities, probably LA, but we have family that lives up in Utah. And so we bought tickets to a Jazz game. Mavs were going to be in town. We made a weekend out of it. Got up like it was like a Friday night, and it was a Saturday night game. And I literally get a text, a notification, an hour before tip. Luka Doncic out, foot injury. Dude, like, look, it was Dirk's last year, so I actually got to see Dirk play for the final time, and Dirk had like 17 points, and the Mavs lost, but Dirk like went on a little mini heater, drained like 2 or 3 threes in a row, felt like the old times. It ended up working out, but I'll never forget just being so bummed that Luka did not end up playing. So I can totally relate to buying tickets, and then the guy that you bought tickets to go see gets injured, sits out, whatever the case may be. Don't know how long Dylan Moore is here for, but should we get him a nickname? Hey, if any Mariners fans are hanging out, I get a lot of Mariners fans coming to hang out on TikTok. Let me know, is there a nickname for Dylan Moore yet? Moore definitely has some pop, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like what I'm seeing from Dylan Moore. I've said it a few times. Seattle's trash. Texas treasure. Francisco, that's going to be freaking awesome, man. I am so excited for Cooper Flag. I made at least one Cooper Flag video over the summer, and I just got busy, and then the time passed. I'm looking forward to the Mavericks fully formed with Flag, with Kyrie, with everybody healthy. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I remember saying before the Angels series, we need to win the next 3 series with a sweep in there. You did. Refs are blind. You absolutely did. And I've been using your comment pretty much every show. Like, I do think it is totally accurate. So here's the thing. If you can get a sweep, you can get a sweep tomorrow. Takes a little pressure off the Diamondback series where if you win 2 out of 3, I think you call that good. I think that's a win. Dylan Moore was not doing great. I think he was hitting under 200 this year for Seattle. And Dan, I love the versatility as well. Jeremy, I don't know if Ethan is still hanging out, but Ethan is kind of our resident what record do we need guy in the chat, man. I wish he was still hanging out. Ethan, if you're still hanging out, tell us what the number is now. How many do we have to win now? What's it at? I feel like you're at 70 and 67. I think we've all kind of said you have to win and get to 87 games to feel really good about your chances. So right now, you're sitting at 70 and 67. You have got, 25 games left. You just said it. I think realistically, you've got to go 17 and 8, right? 17 and 8 is kind of what you're looking at. You've got to get to 87. You could probably stand to lose about 8 more games. You definitely got to get to 80 plus. I said bare minimum is getting to 85 wins. I think that is the basement floor. I think you have to get to 85 to have a shot. And so if that's the case, 15-10, I think you got to go something more like 17-8. 15-10, I think, is going to be getting in by the skin of your teeth. But I think 17-8, you have a very healthy shot. Very healthy shot. Paul, appreciate it. Appreciate the comment, man. I don't want to get overhyped, but I am loving what I'm seeing right now. I think 88 for sure does it. 86 definitely could. Refs are blind. I'm with you. How about them Buckeyes? Pretty good. Buckeyes got a squad. Look, I think y'all who were here with me earlier when we did the Longhorns live, nothing but respect for Ohio State. They got a good coach. They got a good squad. They got a killer defense. I think that Texas and Ohio State have given us some great entertainment. Hate that Texas hasn't come out on the other side of the good side, I should say, of those games, but it is what it is. Cup is the MVP. Does Dylan Moore have a nickname? We were trying to figure out. Does he have a good nickname or not? Appreciate you stopping by, man. I don't know why Texas keeps gobbling up all these Seattle players, but D Moore. All right, so nothing like Swaggerty, Rowdy Tellez. I mean, obviously that just kind of writes itself. Let's get rowdy, baby. D Moore, though, we take it. Zach, I think yes. I'm going to say yes. I'm just going to stop, just kicking the can down the road. I think Texas finds a way against all odds. It's always one team that you just never expected to make the playoffs. I think, why not Texas? It feels doable. Sark play calling was not great today. I got to agree with you there. The red zone, the goal line, play calling, yikes. And that was the issue last time. That was totally the issue last time. Tonight was a great game to win. We definitely needed this. Decent game from Kelly tonight. Yeah, Kelly got into a little bit of trouble there in the 7th inning. Didn't strike out a lot of guys tonight. But look, gave you exactly what you needed to win. Exactly what you needed. And now you have deGrom going. You got to sweep. I mean, I think at this point, anything less than a sweep is a disappointment. Yeah, you guys know me. I'll be able to frame it well, but I want to see a sweep tomorrow. Sean, appreciate the generosity. Thank you so much for the gift. Look, the A's have been doing really well. Refs are blind. You bring up a good point. The A's came into the series swinging hot bats. I think Kelly did his job. I give him respect. You did your job on the road. Quality start. The 7th inning went a little awry, but I'm good with it. By the way, let's start going ahead and starting to preview tomorrow's game. But first, let's wrap up this one. Rangers have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys go multi-hit. Langford, 2 for 5. Garcia, 3 for 5. Josh Jung, 3 for 5. Kyle Higashioka, 2 for 5. Michael Helman, 2 for 4. Outstanding. Not often you see 5 multi-hit performances in one game, let alone 2 3-hit performances. Offense coming alive in Sacramento, a place that has routinely been a house of horrors for Texas. I felt like every time we go to the Northwest, I know Sacramento is kind of a new place, but every time we go to the Northwest, Oakland, Sacramento, Seattle, always interesting. It never feels like we have success. Obviously, you win a series up here. That's a success. With your best pitcher on the mound, your best healthy pitcher on the mound tomorrow, you got to go get a dub. By the way, Jacob Webb, 2/3, shutout baseball. Phil Maton, it got interesting. He drops the ERA below 3. Robert Garcia, he throws a scoreless inning. Bullpen, bunch of zeros. Good for them. Good stuff today from the Texas Pen. Merrill Kelly gets his 11th win of the season and gets another quality start. He's thrown a few of those with the Rangers. Look, I was thinking about this today. And before we get to the preview of tomorrow's game, let me just say this. CY's looking pretty good right now with this Merrill Kelly acquisition. He's always preached depth. I know that he got a lot of crap. Bro, why are you going and getting another starting pitcher? Why? We were good. CY low-key looking like a genius right now, going and getting Merrill Kelly. Maybe he thought in his mind, maybe he knew Evo had the potential to go on the shelf. Maybe he didn't, but looks pretty good going to get Merrill Kelly right now. Like, you still feel like deGrom, Kelly, and then if we can get Tyler Mahle back, you still feel pretty good with deGrom, Kelly, Mahle in a playoff series. And Evo might be back for the playoffs, so I think right now CY is looking pretty sharp for having Merrill Kelly. I mean, Merrill basically takes Evo's spot. You got Jack Leiter throwing well. That's a good 1, 2, 3 punch. CY, I think looking a little prettier after the Evaldi injury, going out and getting Merrill Kelly. So let's give him a little bit of credit. What else we got? India, I don't even really know. I don't really pay attention. But, hey, a good plug. If you haven't liked the live yet, you're hanging out, you haven't liked it yet, whether you're on TikTok, whether you're on YouTube, give it a couple of likes. TikTok, it's easy, man. Just every once in a while, give it that double tap. The more likes we get, the more the live gets pushed out to other people. Great way to support the show. So if you're hanging out for a while, just double tap that screen every once in a while. If you're on YouTube, you don't have that same luxury. You just have to hit it that one time. Hit the thumbs up. Really does help get the show out to others. So thank you so much. Natalie, at least the last week, I'm with you. This has been a gritty group for sure. For sure. Yeah, refs are blind. Thanks for picking up the Evo news. Hopefully you get Evo back soon. This is a great stat. 5 RBI with 2 outs. How many games have the Rangers played where they get 5 RBI with 2 outs? It's a great stat. Love that. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. You were hanging out with us earlier, too, for the Longhorns game. Man, I sure do thank you for the support, coming back and hanging out for the Rangers game as well. You're awesome. Thank you. A's are a pesky team. And, Dan, how could you ever forget? I try not to remember. That's one of my probably moments with Josh Hamilton. I try to not remember at all. That was crazy. But, hey, let's bring up those 2012 A's. Those 2012 A's were one of the teams that we were talking about that was down and out in August and September, came all the way back at the Rangers' expense, and ended up winning the division. It could happen with Texas. So, Dan, I'll turn you bringing that up into a positive. Stan, absolutely. Thank you for the comments, man. Absolutely, Adolis, after really coming off the IL, has been great. Maybe. I'm trying not to get my hopes up. Stan makes a good point. If they can get hot like this, like they did 2 years ago at the end of the season, could make all the difference. It really could. What year did the A's beat us in the wild card? Texas Feller, that was 2012. They came back. Actually, it wasn't a wild card. Are you talking about like in the wild card game? In 2012, they were down and out and came all the way back to beat us out for the division. Then we had to play Baltimore in the wild card game and ended up losing. Wasn't that the year where Nelly Cruz got popped for PEDs and then he came back for the wild card game? I think that was it, actually. Dan says offense has been great despite the injuries. I am happy for Wyatt. That's awesome. I really hope next year is the Wyatt Langford total coming out moment for him in MLB where everybody is knowing this dude's name. I would love to see it. Would love to see it. I think that was it. I really do. Maybe Baltimore was a game 163. Maybe it was. Didn't we play some game 163s against Tampa Bay too? In the early 2010s, we had a lot of those wild card game 163s. I don't know. Wyatt for 45 homers would be crazy. I'm hoping for 30-30. I'm hoping Wyatt can go 30 swipes, 30 bombs. That'd be phenomenal. Yep. We have had some hard times, Texas Rangers Nation. We have had some hard times. That is for sure. All right. Hey, real quick, special thank you to all of my paid subscribers on TikTok, all my paid members on YouTube. There's a lot of ways to support the show. But thank you to you guys. By the way, exclusive perk for being a member, a paid member, or a paid subscriber of the show. You get access to our exclusive Right on Rangers Discord, which has been awesome. If you're on TikTok, you want to take your support to the next level, hit that subscribe button right next to the chat. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to drop a link in the comment section for you. Thank you so much for considering it. A bunch of you guys I know support the show in a lot of different ways. Some of y'all have given gifts tonight, which means so much. Some of y'all, the watch time, the comments, it's all gold. And I just want you to know I don't take any of it for granted, but I appreciate you considering it. Again, exclusive access to our Right on Rangers Discord right after the show is over. But until then, thank you so much for all you do in between to help continue to get the word out on Right on Rangers, whether it's for the Longhorns, whether it's for the Rangers. We appreciate it all. Thank you so much. Just finished the replay. Good win. Absolutely was a great win. And good to see you, Eagle Run. Really good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out with us post-game. It's great. All right, let's keep going. Hey, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Means a lot. What else we got? Just think Wyatt had 16 home runs early. Yeah. Look, he started off on a good pace. Wyatt Langford started off this season crazy good, man. Remember the year Rougned Odor knocked out Jose Bautista? How could I forget that year? That was like one of the highlights of that season. 100%. All right, let's get into the preview for tomorrow, and then we are going to call it a night. It has been a long day. We've been working hard. We made a reel today. We did a Longhorns live. We're doing a Rangers live. We're doing double time today. During football season, it happens that way, and I love it. I'm here for it. But we are going to wrap this thing up pretty quick here. But let's talk about deGrom against the Athletics tomorrow, shall we? deGrom 10-6 with a 2.79 ERA. Ginn is going for the A's tomorrow. He's got a 4.96 ERA, 2-5 record on the year. Blade 0 for 4 against deGrom lifetime. Lawrence Butler 2 for 9, I believe. 2 for 9 with the home run against deGrom. deGrom has had some problems with lefties. Butler, obviously one of the A's lefties. Hopefully deGrom can keep him in check. Kurtz, I don't think we're going to see Kurtz tomorrow, but Kurtz was 2 for 6 in his career against deGrom. Langoliers 3 for 10 with a bomb. Rooker 1 for 6. Soderstrom, look out for this guy. Geez, 4 for 7 against deGrom. Another lefty. Thomas 0 for 2. Wilson 0 for 6. So basically got to look out for the lefties tomorrow. Jacob deGrom needs to. But he got the win against the A's last time out in Arlington. It's actually, like we talked about, the last time Jacob deGrom got a win, last time the Rangers got a win with Jacob deGrom on the mound was back in July when the Rangers played the A's at Globe Life. deGrom, you would think, is going to be himself tomorrow and help get the Rangers a sweep. That's the plan, at least, and we're sticking to it. On the other side, Rangers against Ginn. Doley and Heim have both homered. Doley, 286 average, 2 for 7 in his career with a bomb against Ginn, the probable starter for the A's. Heim, 1 for 2 with the bomb. Higgy, 1 for 2. Josh Jung, 1 for 4 with the bomb. Wyatt Langford, whoa, 5 for 7? Wyatt Langford is 5 for 7 in his career against Ginn, probable starter for the A's. By the way, real quick, JT Ginn in his last 7 games has a 5+ ERA. He's coming off 5 1/3, 3 earned runs against Detroit. Before that, 4 2/3, 2 earned runs, 7 hits, 9 total base runners against Minnesota. Before that, Tampa Bay, 2 innings, 5 earned runs. Can't say this guy is in a big groove right now. Hopefully the Rangers can take advantage. Peterson, 0 for 1. Josh Smith, 1 for 6. Rowdy Tellez, 1 for 2. Dylan Moore, Osuna, Helman, Duran, Freeman. No ABs against JT Ginn. We'll see what happens. 5 for 7, man. 5 for 7, Wyatt Langford. I'd imagine we see Rowdy tomorrow. Maybe Osuna gets a start. I think it's possible Osuna gets a start. We'll see who else they decide to throw out there. Maybe Jonah Heim, since he's hit the homer. I think we could see Heim tomorrow as well. Josh Smith, I think we'll see. I do wonder how many more days is Josh Smith going to maintain the leadoff spot, man. He had a hit tonight. It was kind of a cheap duck fart Texas leaguer. He'll take it, I'm sure, with how he's going right now, which is not that great. I'm not saying bench the guy, but I'd like to see somebody else hit leadoff at this point. All right, y'all. Let me see. What do I got? Dan, I hope you were right on that. I do hope you were right. Eagle Run, I didn't see this. I'm going to have to look it up. Maybe we can talk about it on the live tomorrow. Let me do my homework and really hear everything that he had to say. And then I will do my best to get back to you tomorrow on that one. But I'm interested. Lot of proposed changes going on right now with MLB. It's a good time to do it with the CBA expiring after next year for sure. All right, y'all. You guys have a great rest of your night. We're going to get off. It is 12:17 in Texas. Whew. What a day. Wish the Horns could have gone or at least helped us go 2 for 2 today, Horns and Rangers, but we'll take 1 for 2. Appreciate all you guys that doubled up and came to both shows. You're awesome. And we'll be back tomorrow, probably 8th inning, 9th inning. It is a 3 o'clock, I believe, 3 o'clock start from tomorrow for Texas, 1 p.m. out here for me on the West Coast. So we'll be live again tomorrow. Should have a reel out at some point in the morning, probably Cowboys and Rangers. So we're going to double up, get it done. Looking forward to dropping those. Hey, if you haven't watched the Longhorns live that I put out, even if you're not a Longhorns fan, I'd appreciate the support of the show. Go watch it. Hit that like. Drop a comment if you would. I really would appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. Have fun if you're doing anything else the rest of the evening. If you're winding it down, sleep well. We'll see y'all tomorrow. And as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.